I was going to ask you a couple of questions about Iran.
Sure.
First, just to get your feedback on the recent elections.
Sure.
And also, as you well know, Congress recently passed the Defense Authorization Act, and there were a couple of key provisions on Iran, one of which I believe you were part of. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think the recent election in Iran was a positive sign. I think it's very clear that the people of Iran have made a choice to try to reach back out to the rest of the world. The election, I think, says, one, that they want human rights; two, that they want a moderate approach to the world; three, that they want to engage the world. I think it's clear that in this election, the extremist, anti-American, anti-everybody approach has failed. But, you know, politics in some ways are like fruit trees. You got to pick them while they're ripe, or they fall on the ground and rot. So after Khatami, years ago, made some overtures that were not reciprocated on our side, that allowed people like Ahmadinejad to say, see, you tried to reach out to those Americans and they didn't reach back. So we need a harsher approach. So now I think it's incumbent upon us to really try to do what President Obama said in his first inaugural speech, is to, you know, shake hands with anybody who's willing to unclench their fists. I think this needs to be the way we do things. So in the NDAA, you know, we had a provision that said nothing in here, you know, should signal that we want war with Iran. We don't. We want peace with all nations, including Iran. But there are some things we've got to work out, like the human rights abuses that are so rampant there, like some understanding about how to deal with nuclear weaponization, some understanding about testing, about enrichment of fissile material. We should put all the issues on the table. We should have a comprehensive discussion around all the issues top to bottom. Syria needs to be on the table. And so I think that, you know, now that I think that we may have a more willing partner in Iran, I think we should seize that moment and see if he really is. Because, of course, nobody actually knows, right? The world doesn't really know what to expect from Rouhani. We know that what his reputation is. We know what the kind of platform he signaled, but we don't really know what shape the political landscape is going to take in Iran just yet, because he's new. But I think we should make ourselves very clear that we're here to negotiate, and that we're willing to talk about all the issues that are important to us and the ones that are important to Iran.